The day our local golden child learned the hard way what happens when you mess with my daughter. I work retail in a small rural town. It is the only retail business. Both of my adult children work there as well. My daughter came out as trans a few years ago. Most of the customers have been okay about it, but there have been a few that have been not so much. One in particular has been exceedingly bad about it. Sticks is an entitled little asshole. He's the town golden child. The other day, he was asked to put a mask on by my daughter, because that is the county mandate and businesses sort of need to follow mandates because of pesky little things like licenses and such. He immediately got rude. So I pulled him aside and explained that he could put it on or he could leave. I didn't really care which option he chose. Instead of doing either, he started bitching about my daughter. He kept deliberately misgendering her and using her birth name. I could see a few of the customers were getting irate by his behavior because, while they may not understand what being trans means exactly, they like my daughter and could see she was visibly upset. I had finally had enough and said, "Steven, you need to leave?" His reply was, "My name is Sticks, not Steven." So I told him that, since he was such a fan of birth names, I will be calling him by his birth name until the end of time. Wouldn't want to be rude and all, right? He left, and not happily. Here is the petty revenge, even though it was inadvertent on my part and played out by other people. The other customers in the store that day are now using his given name. There are other people who weren't there that day who are also just using his given name. He hears it when he goes to the bar. He hears it when he goes to the bank. He hears it when he goes to the cafe. I only know this because people are gleefully coming in to tell us this constantly because small rural towns are kind of weird, y'all, and things like this are a big deal. Not going to lie, the pettiness of these people warms my heart. While the petty revenge is not going to change this guy, their hearts are in the right place and I love them for their attempt to protect my daughter. And they just look so damn proud of themselves when they come in to report the latest act. Edit. Wow. I posted this before bed last night after receiving another "it happened again" text from a petty revenger. I also happened to be on this sub when the text came in. I wasn't sure if the story actually belonged in this sub because A, I'm not the one doing the petty revenge, and B, I'm not sure it actually qualifies as revenge, but I don't know what else to call it. I posted it on a whim. Every single time it happens, my faith in humanity gets slightly restored. I thought I'd post it to remind people that there are far more good people out there than there are bad. The names have been changed in this story. As to those who want to know the name of the town to move here, just move to any small rural town. You can see behavior like this played out in every little town everywhere. It's far from a LGBTQ plus utopia. There are plenty of detractors. I just don't mention them because they no longer come in the store, and that's okay. They're really not on my radar. The golden child is so because of who his family are. His grandpa was the mayor, his uncle was a bigwig at the bank, and so was his aunt. Those of you who have never lived in tiny town USA likely won't understand it, but those who have are nodding their head right now. Like I said, small towns can be weird, y'all.